Before I say anything, I want to say that single player games can thrive without multiplayer game modes. If the single player campaign is good, the game will be a huge success. But okay, let's get on with the video. I have nothing but high hopes that Doom Eternal is going to be one of the best games of the decade, and it's truly going to be what Doom and the FPS genre as a whole was meant to be. Incredibly fun and rewarding. There are a lot of aspects from the game itself, mechanics and details that make the game feel incredibly rewarding to play. Just recently I watched a video of the Actman where he talks about what has him worried for Doom Eternal, and some of the things he said in the video resonated hard within my head. It's true that the game looks, feels and plays absolutely fantastic, and I cannot deny that the demo I played some time ago has been one of the greatest experiences I've had with modern FPS games. But ultimately, Doom Eternal has a little problem that if it is not solved throughout the early to mid lifespan of the game, it can really affect and wear it down really quick. And that is one of the most important things in any game ever. That is content. I've said it multiple times in multiple of my videos, Doom Eternal needs more content, and yes, the game is not out yet, and because of that, we still do not know what is going to be available to play in the game. For all that matters, instead of only having the campaign, battle mode and invasion mode for mods to play, the game will also have traditional multiplayer, but because these three game modes are the only ones that its software has been talking about for the past year and a half, we can all but assume that it's going to be like that. So, in today's serious video, we're going to talk about how its software and the community can fix one of the most crucial parts of any game, its longevity. If you love Doom and want to see everything Doom related, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any updates on the game. Like, share and leave a comment on this video to push it through the recommendation barrier. And let's get this video to 5k likes to start working on my strongest protagonist on hentai video. Some of you thought the video was going to be about Super Sentai, Power Rangers, but no, I'm talking about hentai here, so what the hell. Ultimately, I think that the longevity of any game ever is in the hands of the players who play it. It's not like game developers are forced to do the will of its community, of course not, but most of the times if your community is telling you to do this, to fix that, to add this as an incentive for more playtime, etc, etc, I believe that someone as a game dev should listen to that. We have seen many cases where games die because of how the developers and publishers of the game refuse to fix, add or remove some things. Your player base is ultimately the one who will spend hundreds, if not thousands of hours immersing themselves into the game's universe. They are ultimately the ones who will report some bugs and even in some cases fix some game-breaking bugs for the game. For free. I'm looking at you, Fallout. And I know that I sound entitled for saying that, and for that, please forgive me, but the birth and lifespan of any game needs two crucial things: a game dev with burning passion and a community that will support that game. And luckily for the Doom franchise, we have both. It has shown many times, and I've seen it with my own eyes as well, that they burn with passion to create something great. And the Doom community, the player base who immerses themselves into the Doom universe, is one of the most wholesome communities I've seen in gaming, to be honest. And that's weird to say when your game is about being a peak human being destroying demons with its bare hands. You will think that it was going to be trashed when they announced when Doom Eternal got delayed, but that couldn't be further to the truth. The community stood strong, united, and expressed their gratitude to its software for staying true to themselves and not bending the knee for more money. It's something rare and truly beautiful to see. But okay, let's take our number one pen hats off for a moment here, and let's approach this topic as objective and neutral as possible. Will Doom Eternal be okay with only two game modes on launch? Invasion mode is not going to be available on launch, so I'm taking that out of the equation. Only battle mode and campaign. Will that truly be enough? Well, Doom 2016 had one of the best campaigns of 2016, and it was even the strongest game mode you could play. The campaign alone kept players coming back to the game, something you rarely see when the game also has multiplayer, and Doom 2016 had a strong player base for years. The game sold 3.6 million copies on its first year throughout all of the platforms, So it was obviously a financial success, and it said that they learned from their mistakes. Unfortunately, 2016 was almost 4 years ago, and the gaming industry has shifted gears pretty hard. It has done a complete 180, it went from 0 to 1000, from I'm too young to die to ultra nightmare. Nowadays, games do literally anything and everything to keep their player base focused on their game only. And when a game is down on content, it dies really quick. Just take a look at Anthem, a wide ocean that was not really deep. Look at Modern Warfare, hitting right on the nostalgia of Call of Duty fans, and the game is being roasted and destroyed because of how broken it is and just how little content and game modes there are on the game. And let me tell you, Modern Warfare doesn't have few game modes, but for being a Call of Duty game, it has few game modes. So where does that brings us? I want nothing but success for Doom Eternal. This game is hype incarnate. It makes my blood boil, my testosterone levels go to an all-time high just by watching some gameplay, and my ears don't come. They arrive just by hearing the soundtrack. But okay, it's software. From the bottom of my heart, add more game modes into the game. Do you know why battle royales are insanely popular? Because it hits right on a specific part of your subconscious that makes you feel good when you outplay 100 players. It is, in other words, rewarding. I'm not saying to do a BR for Eternal. Hell no. No, please no. But take the same approach. You already did the same thing with battle mode. The universe of Doom lends itself to have a survival mode. 4 Marines against the hordes of hell until they die. Playing the original Doom campaigns with some buddies is one of the funniest things ever. So co-op in the campaign is also crucial for the game too. Being able to experience the epicness of the campaign with your friend or your friends, that's something that truly needs to happen too for Eternal. And a true arena deathmatch game mode could really, but really boost the game a lot. I know that Quake Champions is its go-to arena shooter, but ultimately Quake and Doom are 2 different franchises. Instead of not having deathmatch in one game and having deathmatch on one that suffers from a lot of bugs and balancing issues, let's add deathmatch on Doom Eternal and fix Quake Champions. I love Quake Champions, I have a lot of fun playing it, and it's not like Doom Eternal having deathmatch is going to make me uninstall the game and live it forever, because Quake Champions and Doom Eternal are 2 very different games. Quake Champions is deathmatch focused on characters, and Doom Eternal's deathmatch could be just you having control of the map and power weapons without being a different character and having different abilities. I'm just gonna play what I feel like it, to be honest. I like playing Apex Legends, but sometimes I like playing PUBG, and they are both BRs, so yeah, I feel what I like to play. But if one is more fun than the other, then that's going to be that. Nobody wants to play a game that has no competitive play. And even more on this era. Right now, we're living where literally every gamer ever wants to be an esports player. So your game, and more like Doom, because deathmatch was burned from Doom, Doom needs deathmatch, to be honest. But okay, nobody wants to play a game that has no competitive play and one that you cannot play with your friends. Because ultimately, you play games because of 3 reasons. You love competitive play because it feels rewarding to get up in the ranks, like me. You want to fool around with your friends on the game, also like me, or you want to pass time, not like me because I'm not a casual. If we want Doom Eternal to break charts, records, and be played by everyone, I really and strongly believe that we need those things. Co-op for campaign, true horde survival mode, traditional multiplayer, and competitive deathmatch for super hardcore fans. But anyways, that's only my opinion. I do not know how many resources it has to pull that off, but I strongly believe that it needs to be done. Please let me know what do you think about this video in the comment section, and please comment down below what type of game mode should be added to Doom Eternal as well. Be sure to like the ideas you like in the comment section so that everyone can see them. If you like this video, do not forget to like and subscribe. And if you didn't like this video, I encourage you to dislike the video. Thanks to all of my patrons for supporting this channel, and link to all of my socials are down below. I love you to death, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye bye. Mwah.